It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the NBA Finals. I'm Ernie Johnson, proud to be with our friends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports, and we are getting primed and ready for Game 2.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. This is
the NBA playoffs continue. Just two teams remain. They are battling their way toward this title. Game 2 of the finals. With Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And joining us tonight, a man who once said he will never write another traditional sports column. Please don't say that. So, Bill Simmons, don't say that.
Well, now you just have to tweet. You need 280 characters, and you can pretend you're a writer.
What do you think of social media?
I actually think for basketball, it's been a huge advantage. And it hasn't been a huge advantage for a lot of other things, but I think it's made basketball a lot more fun. I do worry, though, sometimes that people are just watching their Twitter feed over the games. I still think there's an advantage for people who actually are watching what's going on versus watching people's reactions to what's going on.
Interesting. We've got the Cavaliers facing Seattle. Taking a look at Seattle, they hold a one-game lead in the series, looking to take 2 straight before going on the road.
And you've heard the adage, a playoff series doesn't start until someone wins on the road. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, as the top seed, all they have to do is take care of business on their home court. They did that in their last game. We'll see if that's the case again here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Marc Gasol, then it's Ball, and it's Young in at the 2 guard. Bill, you've watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved, and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like just what Steve Nash was doing last decade and those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better. And their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. It all started with the decision in LeBron James and has carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody who writes a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
Now Young, following the three-point attempt by Miles Turner. And Young kicks to Valanciunas. Here's Ball. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. 4th, Lonzo Ball.
And it seems like he's taking it on his shoulders to get every one of his teammates involved in the offense here in the postseason. What a passing display.
LeBron with it. Now guarded by Ball. Seattle missing again.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here is Young. Now the pass to Valanciunas. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. For Seattle, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Korver dishes to Harris. 43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Trying to get something going. Good. He hits the jump shot. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
Whether it's inside or outside, Harris remains steady and ready to shoot the ball. He definitely has the trust of his teammates and coach.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Young. Got a piece of it. Outside Gasol. Here's Valanciunas, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Young finds Valanciunas. Outside Gasol. Young left side. Here's Valanciunas. And at last, they get one to fall.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second chance points.
Well, obviously that was the game plan coming in. Be physical right off the rip.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Lonzo Ball. Thompson is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Young, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Rome in the paint. It's stolen by Harris.
That's going to be an easy bucket if he doesn't get his hand to that pass. Well defended.
Yeah, getting there is before the defense can set up.
Now, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Thompson passes to Valanciunas. Young outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Valanciunas. Goes up on the wing. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist from Valanciunas. Gasol's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Cavs. Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill, you mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top 5?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're going to stop him, but, you know, you put a taller guy on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just, you forget about him for one play and all of a sudden he's in the corner and they're setting him up or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, yeah, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get out of my way guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
Pass the ball. Misses off the left iron. Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here. Enlightening as always. Bill, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I hope my son was impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. And Greg, how much fun is it to have Bill with us? Such a prominent voice in sports journalism and never afraid to speak his mind.
You know, oftentimes when you gain popularity, you become a little more conservative, a little more reserved, but not Bill. And that's why he's maintained such a tremendous following.
And the shot goes in.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Seattle trails by 3. 52 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's LeBron. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
James is such a powerful player. Amazing at how he draws contact on the way up.
This is his first free throw of the game. And so he makes both from the line. Cavaliers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Turner against Gasol. Passes it to Ball. Clock at 6. From deep. Korver with the defensive effort.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
LeBron kicks to Harris. Back to LeBron. Elbow shot. No good that time.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, for the Cavaliers, they're playing well in spurts and find themselves in a very competitive matchup at both ends of the floor. With a chance to even the series up tonight at 1 game apiece, they have a lot of motivation to play tough in the second half. How about you, Ken? And that wraps up the half.
Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Finals. More action straight ahead. Nice game, great performance by Harris.
And you know, when the game is as important as this one, you expect to get a big performance from him. In that first half, he delivered.
And he knows his job is not done. I mean, he's at his best tonight, and he's only going to take it up a notch here in the second half.
Harris is out there with LeBron James. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Turner. And it's Korver in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. Here's James, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this one.
Cavaliers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Young against LeBron. Young taking his time here. Out to the right wing. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist from Young. And it's 8 points for Valanciunas. And Seattle shooting well. 50% from the floor. Harris kicks to Korver. To the paint. A nice shot by LeBron. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
And James is used to scoring through contact. Doesn't matter what the D throws at him.
Ball against Korver. Ball, the pass to Gasol. Now Ball. Outside Gasol. The pass to Ball. Shoots over Korver, and it doesn't even draw iron. LeBron James on the wing. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Can't hit that one. Good defensive work there by Young. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Korver against Ball. Down low, Thompson. Back to Ball. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:52 left to play here in the third. Harris kicks to Korver. Pass to James. Over Ball. James, no good. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. It's a 1-point game. Back to Valanciunas. Oh, we're going to see an ejection here, guys. Oh, boy, that's his second flagrant 1 foul of the game. And that's going to do it.
And it's a much earlier end to this game for him than he would have wanted. He brought it on himself, though, Kevin. I mean, 2 fouls that were way too forceful.
Hey, G, the official's not cutting him any slack on the second one, but that usually is the way it goes. You know, once you've crossed the line and committed the first flagrant, there's a zero-tolerance policy. We all know that when it comes to the next one. And Seattle making a change here. Udo's checked in. Thompson's gone. 1 of 3 shooting so far. Harris kicks to James. The Cavaliers pull it in. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. Ball dishes to Young. Got it. Good job in the low post. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, fleshing out his attack a little more. Young showing more of a willingness to go in there amongst the trees.
He knows now is the time to do what he does best. Go on the attack, get to the bucket, and erase the lead.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. 43 seconds left in the third. Ball no good.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead in this.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Here's Gasol, and a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Here's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's 11 points for Tobias Harris.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here is Young. Here's Valanciunas. That shot off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Seattle ahead. They're up. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, they've got Marc Gasol. Thompson is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Young in at the 2 spot. It's Gasol missing. Seattle leading by 5. James looking around. Kicks to Harris. 6 to shoot. Outside Turner shoots the 3. The rebound by Young. Cavaliers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Here's Ball. From down in the low post, it goes.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Harris against Young. Harris kicks to James. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. LeBron's got the lead up to 5 now for Seattle.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Shots good from Young.
And the touch Young has from beyond the arc. He is almost unguardable from there.
Gasol against Korver. He kicks to Harris. Young with the steal. Gasol, that's a 2-pointer. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And there's no fear in Gasol. I mean, he welcomes the chance to take big shots.
For Seattle, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's LeBron. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Oh, come on. James has made plenty of these shots during his career. He embraces the pressure.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're down by 2. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
He's accounted for the bulk of their scoring, and that's really nothing new. No team likes to rely too heavily on one player, but when you got a guy with this amount of talent, you've got to lean on him like they have.
Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Seattle. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Fred Hoiberg was talking to his team during the timeout. If this game's still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Young's checked in for Faried. LeBron against Young. Ball slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Harris.
Taking on a bigger responsibility over time. I mean, you got to respect Ball's tenacity during important moments.
And Seattle making a change here. Udo's checked in. Young against Harris. Pass to James. Shoots over Ball. And James with the basket on the assist from Tobias Harris. Harris has got his 4th assist in this one. Young against LeBron. And Young kicks to Gasol. Passes the ball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
This is such a skillful penetrator. When Ball is attacking a lane like this, it forces the defense to act.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. To the inside. Gasol with the steal. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. Harris finds Turner. Money!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
James against Young. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Harris.
And the comparisons to Steph Curry, it's understandable. Young's shooting ability is off the chart.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
And an intentional foul right there. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Oh, wow. And Harris is a guy that really offers a ton of versatility. He can play both forward spots and is an efficient scorer from just about anywhere. And it's going to come down to a 3-point attempt. I mean, what a huge moment to come through at the line.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 3. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The 3, it's good. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Guys, you see him starting to heat up, and when he turns it on, you got a problem.
Seattle calls timeout. James in the post. He's covered by Ball. Count!
Oh, you got to love the poise of James, a master at executing in clutch situations.
Over to the left wing. Here's Ball. Shoots over Korver. Got it! A huge shot to tie it up.
Embracing the spotlight. Give Ball the opportunity to shine, and he'll welcome it with open arms.
Seattle calls timeout. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got... These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. It's the Cavaliers to start out, and no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Seattle, they've got Harris. Kyle Korver is out there with Miles Turner. Then there's Udo, and it's James in at the point.
Oh, no. Don't tell me. He just didn't do that, did he? A critical point of the game, and he makes just about the worst mistake possible.
Harris against Young. Now here is Harris. He's guarded closely, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Oh, man, and defenders have to be more cautious when guarding Harris. He is constantly looking to draw contact on the shots.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
To the middle, here's Ball. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Progressing on the offensive end on the floor is crucial. Ball continues to have games like this.
Feeds it to LeBron. Stolen by Ball. Here's Young, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. He drops the first one, and that gives them the lead. And he is unable to get the second one.
It's them what they need. Could have been better, but they're out front.
Gasol against Korver. Young with the steal. And stolen by James. One-on-one here. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Harris is so quick on the drive. Sometimes defenders have to foul him and just hope he misses the shot.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
He's not about to let those points get away. I mean, he knows they're going to need him tonight.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They trail by 1. There's 45 seconds left in overtime. Feeds it to LeBron. Now the pass to Udo. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game. So it's the Cavaliers now.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points, or you can kiss this baby goodnight.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 3. 29 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Young against James. Young with the ball. To the paint. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Pass to Gasol. Puts up a 3. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Turner. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. And so it's Seattle winning this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. That concludes
awards, the most nominated.